Alright, so we got that going. Red or white? Okay, cool. Let's start with this. Alright, hello everyone. I've got two new decks that I want to show off, and I'm not sure if I'll get to both in this video, but we've got two here. A green elf deck and a white taxes deck that I both made in Historic. And one of my tasks today is to play red or white spells. So we're going to go into the white one, and I'll show this off quickly here. Alright, let's see. Let's change layout. How's the audio going? I think I can hear it. Oh, no. There we go. Sorry about that. Let's get the audio up just so that it's not too bland here. Alright, basic white taxes deck. Basically, well, for taxes, you're obviously going to have Smothering Tithe. And the new Strixhaven gave us some new cards to work with. There were more cards in the Strixhaven Commander decks that really work well with kind of a taxes deck. But you can still do something in Arena here, which doesn't have any of the Commander stuff. Since we're in Historic, I've got Baird, Steward of Argyve, just two of them because it's legendary. Similarly, Archon of Absolution. So both of those work to making your opponents have to pay if they want to attack. Strict Proctor prevents triggers from happening, and I learned in some of my earlier matches that Strict Proctor also triggers on Banishing Light and Conclave Tribunal and Ixalan's Blessing. So it's a little thing that I need to work around a little bit. But also in the theme of taxes, I've got Tithe Taker here. If they want to play cards on my turn, they have to work around that more. Aside from... Oh, and then also I got one of these Protector's Shields. Taxes if someone wants to target one of my things with a spell. Aside from that, I've got the new Strixhaven Elite Spellbinder here. Only one so far, because I haven't really spent any wild cards to build things up. Otherwise, I've just got lots of Exile and some board wipes. So Containment Priest, Exile stuff if it's not cast, which works great against Kaldheim's Foretell. Seal Away hits attackers, as does Settle the Wreckage. Healer's Intervention, basic white thing that I mentioned most of it. When I first built this deck, I didn't really have a win con. And I still kind of don't, but I now have both Mentor of the Meek and Inspiring Commander, which help me get some extra draw in this deck. And Inspiring Commander also helps me get some life, both of which are great to keep around. I've got two Teferi's Protection in here. It's Counterspell without being counter. And also some Castle Ardenvale, which does, help trigger Mentor of the Meek and Inspiring Commander if those are already out, and just helps populate the field. Unfortunately, I think I need a better way to really get creatures out. But that's what I got here. It's a quick little taxes deck, and if we get around to that Historic Elf deck, we'll play with that as well. But let's show off our taxes deck for a little bit. And if we actually do the Elves deck, I actually like I'm going to try laddering with that one, because that one's pretty good. Of course, it's an Elves deck in Historic. Of course, it's going to be good. But yeah, this white taxes deck has been fun, sort of, if it can work. But sometimes I just don't get my prevention out before my opponent gets a good engine of their own. And this is not a good hand. That's better. Let's see. What do I want to know? Let's get rid of Teferi's Protection, because I kind of want to get Mangara out. Mangara is nice. Again, it gives me some lifelink and also gives me some card draw if my opponent's trying to be too aggressive. So this one just kind of splashed in, but it helps with this deck, which kind of needs something to do other than just tax and exile. So yeah. Alright, my opponent is taking a while to decide what they want to do with their hand. That's okay. It's okay. I would honestly, I mentioned that the white has a lot more fun kind of taxes stuff if you actually get the Strixhaven Commander sets. I did get the Strixhaven Commander decks. Bought them as a bundle on Amazon, and Haven't gotten to play around with them yet. I'm hoping that I can get a friend or two over soon so we can actually, try out some of these commander decks. Usually when I buy a commander pre-con, I want to play with it a few times before I start taking it apart and making my own decks. But I do have, obviously I've mentioned before, white and green are some of my favorite stuff, and I don't necessarily like enemy colors. So there's been a bunch of good white cards in Strixhaven, but of course they were associated with enemy colors. So I would love to create a mono-white or Selesnya deck with some of these white cards from the Strixhaven commander. Well, yeah. Until I can get friends over, we'll have to wait on that, and until my opponent decides what to do with their hand, we're not going to get to play with this hand yet. They might just be AFK. I might get to play one turn, and then they'll time out again. Alright, they're taking that, so I'm going to keep 6. Various protections going back in the deck. Now we'll see if they actually play, because again, they timed out on their opening hand, so might not get to see this deck in action just yet. And actually, yeah, Strict Proctor will make it hard to play Banishing Light, so I need more lands. Maybe I just wait to play Spirit Proctor, if they do anything at all. Since this deck does have lots of exile and board wipe, I don't necessarily need to have creatures out early on. It does help if my opponent is playing like mono red, goblin aggro. Because some of my small creatures, like Strict Proctor, can defend against that pretty well. But of course that makes it harder to play Banishing Light. But you don't usually use Banishing Light on mono red goblin aggro, because there are just so many of them, it doesn't make sense to banish just one. And yeah, they're timing out again. So much for the first match here. Well, I got a text. Yeah, Doomscar. Well, they're not doing anything. We'll just foretell. Give it to their turn. And this will probably be the win for me. Which means I haven't done anything toward my daily accomplishment of play red or white spells yet. That's okay. If this starts taking too much time, I may actually switch over to one of my other, like, angel decks or something and try to get some red or white play in. I guess I could also do my Mardu Shrines deck. That thing is red and white and does a lot of destruction. Snow-covered forest. Interesting. And yeah, this is going to be the win for me once they time out here. No, it's not a win yet. What? Okay. Still can't play Mangara or Archon, but you know what? I don't care. They're not doing anything. This is the third turn for an opponent. I haven't seen this happen before. Where they time out 3 times and still get to play another round. Maybe Arena's gotten more lenient. Oh, they're playing their own elf deck. This sort of deck also doesn't necessarily do great against elf decks, again, because they just populate the field so quickly it's hard to control them. Which is why you kind of need things like Doomscar and Nova, and not necessarily Settle the Wreckage, because a lot of elves will end up tapping for mana as opposed to attacking. It's interesting, when I play with my elf deck, you'll see if I get around to it, but I actually don't mind field wipes that much, because my elf deck, one of the things I like to do is try to, again, draw as much as I can. And that usually means my hand is populated with creatures. Even if my field gets wiped, I can usually fill it back up pretty quickly. And yeah, that was a timeout victory. That's okay. No spells played! Alright. Let's see here. Speedcuber. Oh, joyous. is also not a great starting hand, and I'm going first again. Good lord. Alright, well, we're gonna get rid of the Cleansing Nova. If I can get 2 Smothering Tides out quickly, well, relatively quickly, they don't come in until turn 4 and turn 5, but that certainly plays into the taxes theme of this deck. Ooh, shocking. Oh, they're a backbone deck. Okay. I almost never see Aegis Turtle played unless they're like the high alert backbone stuff. Although if they play high alert, Ixalan's Binding comes out. Oh, ooh, interesting. Okay, now I need another land coming up soon here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because now Ixalan's Binding doesn't help as much. I should not have done that. Alright, so now I have to get the Smothering Tides out, just so I can get extra treasures for mana. And there's High Alert! Yeah, I'm kind of screwed now. We're gonna Smothering Tide. Now I have a couple ways of removing that if need be. I just need to get the mana to do it or draw. Because I have Heliod's Intervention and that'll get rid of it. I have, if I can get a Binding or Banishing Light out, that could help. Well, I can't defend against these right now, especially with... okay, its ability does not trigger. That's awesome. You can only attack from 1. Oh, you can... Oh, that's right, I don't have Archon out. Ugh, okay. But yeah, that's a game. I should not have played the Strict Proctor when I needed to use Ixalan's Binding on High Alert. That was dumb of me. That was quite dumb of me. I even talked about that explaining the deck. Alright, let's, we can do better. We can do a lot better. Doop-de-doo. The one thing with this deck is I have gotten mana screwed on it several times, just not having enough. Which obviously, the easy answer for that is just add more land. The deck is already pretty big, though. Containment Priest, okay. Assuming I can manage to draw planes within the first 3 turns, we'll be pretty good. Movie Guy 96. 96 was an okay year for movies, I think. Elvish Clan Caller, okay. Let's see if the Clan Caller tries to attack. I'm willing, yes, okay, fine. I'm willing to sack my Containment Priest here. Come on at me. How dare ya. Gotcha. Banishing Light, gets rid of the Archdruid. Now I don't have any creatures out, so I can't activate Conclave Tribunal. What do they got? Alice? Ooh! Allosaur Shepherd. That's a fun one. That is a fun one. Oh, Glenn's Leaf. That one I'm not as familiar with. Let's see. What do I play here? We're gonna Foretell. Ooh! Okay. We need another one ready. So he has a lot of mana he can potentially do. Come on, play more creatures. I want to Doomscar them all. Okay, touche. Touche. You got me down low. Don't care. So let's see, now I've got Conclave Tribunal and Seal Away that I can use if wanted. We are going to... I'm not going to Doomscar yet. Delete Spellbinder. Just see what you've got in there. Fights target. Okay. Well, why not? And you know what? Let's do Tithe Taker as well. I don't feel like doing Seal Away. Not on a one thing. That costs 3 to use. He's using it. Okay. Sacking the Druid. Immediately. Yeah, no hand, no creatures. And I've got 2 creatures and a Doomscar in the back of my pocket. Back pocket. Or Exile, as it's more commonly known in the game. Alright, well that one went relatively well. And the really fun thing that I haven't actually gotten to use yet, but also works, I mentioned that the Containment Priest, the flash is nice, it stops creatures coming in from being foretold. I can also use it if Elite Spellbinder puts a creature away, and then they try to play that creature for the extra cost, because it's been coming from exile. Let's see. Do I want to risk this 2-drop? We're doing it. We're doing it. My repeated downfall is willing to go forward on a 2-drop. Hey, but I'm good here. I'm not going to Doomstar, because if that Soul Warden tries to attack, I can seal it away. Ooh, okay, so Speaker of the Heavens is never going to tap. So Seal Away does not work on it. But Skyclave... Ooh, good lord. Alright, you've got double those, that's fine. It's fine. I should have Doomscarred earlier. Go away. No, I can't. Fairy's Protection. We're gonna do a Skyclave here, though. Because that Speaker's now not going to attack with a 2-2 in front of it. I will be surprised if it does. He'll get this. Okay, fair enough. And I can't do anything right now, so we're just gonna Doomscar. And I'm not going to attack because I want to prevent them from attacking. That is the name of the game here. Oh, they've got their own Skyclave. Oh, touche. Touche. I'll take the 5. We're gonna Doomscar here. We both get a creature back. Mine stronger. Another Speaker of the Heavens. Fine. Luminarch Aspirant. Shit. Okay. Yes, that helps. We're going to Ixalan's Binding on the Aspirant. Now the smart thing to do is to put lifelink on his token and attack with the token. And that's what he's gonna do. Because then he can power up Speaker of the Heavens to the point where I can't defend it. Although... okay, what do I want to do here? Well, first, Archon of Absolution. Next turn, I'm going to Tribunal Heliod. Luminous Blood. Ooh, okay. Okay, so this is... He doesn't want to lose it. That makes sense. Okay, I'm actually not going to Conclave Tribunal. I'm going to Excellent Binding Heliod. Nothing doing there. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I can Skyclave Speaker. And that's exactly what... Then I can Conclave the Broodmoth next turn. Oh, wait, I could have... Oh, that's right, because 4. It's 4 less, not 3. Oh, I can Conclave it. Oh, awesome. Okay, both worked out, and now this time they're going to get a 1-1 back and not a 4-4. I feel relatively smart. Even though that felt like a mistake, I feel moderately smarter. Now I've got good control of the game. Yeah, they're not doing anything. We are going to Doomscar as a backup. Just keep smacking them around. If they play a creature, I've got Banishing Light. Ooh, their own Skyclave. What are they getting rid of? Ah, okay, they're getting Heliod back. Well, if I get rid of their Skyclave, then... I get a 4-4 on my field. Okay, and they forfeit. Alrighty. So that actually worked out relatively well. They paid the tax the one time it asked for it. Well, let's keep going. Okay, it's about 7 o'clock right now. I forget how long I've been playing and showing this deck off. Let's see if we can finish the accomplishments. There's a soccer game I was interested in watching it set, but we can miss the first few minutes. Ooh, interesting. Mentor of the Meek and Vanishing Light. Ooh, what's this? Inventor's Apprentice. Okay, this is an Artifacts Matter deck. Ooh, Dragon Master Outcast. Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna put Mentor of the Meek out. And Spitflame. Alrighty. Let's see. I can play a creature if I want. And that stops them from playing big spells, or it slows them down. And actually, I'm gonna do that. We can worry about Doomscar next turn. Another Spitflame. Sure. Let's do that. They're both ones. So... You got another damage spell to throw at me? You do. Another Spitflame! You got 3 Spitflames in the first, whatever it was, 4 turns. Good lord. Alright, fine. I'm not gonna Banishing Light yet. That's gonna save that for a bigger threat. It's just death by 1,000 cuts right now. I don't want to use Doomscar yet. It's too early. They don't have much of a field at the moment. Shadow Spear, interesting. Equipping it to the token, smart. Forcing me to make this trade. Seal away, interesting. I can get their Dragon Master next turn if I leave myself open. And encourage them to attack. I'm still only sitting on 3 land, which is kind of sucky at the moment. Dragon Hatchling. Alright, he's gonna get 1 or 2 of those back in his hand. 2, okay. That's fine. Seal away is getting rid of that. Still, not much going here, but now we will... You know what? We're going to get rid of the Shadow Spear instead. And I'm not going to attack, because I can defend against that hatchling if it comes at me. We really appreciate having some more land, though. Oh, I can't defend if it uses the Spit Flame. And I'm going to use the Spit Flame, yeah. Which now means I can't Conclave. Oh, but I can do that. I'm not worried about them playing multiple Dragon Hatchlings just yet, so we're going to Conclave Tribunal. Again, Ixalan's binding on a bigger threat that I don't want them playing more of. Alright, so right now we're at a bit of a stalemate. He's got a Spit Flame to deal with any creatures that come out. Mine. Dragon Hatchling, that's fine. He's gonna get more Spit Flames back, that's fine. Because I don't mind creatures just yet. I've got a couple things to deal with them. Oh, hello! Skyclave comes out. He's gonna Spit Flame it, but instead of having a Dragon Hatchling, he's just gonna have a little 1/1 token. And I don't mind that. Gold Span! Alrighty. That's one I'm definitely going Ixalan's Binding on. And yeah, Skyclave, I can play it, but Skyclave would not get the Gold Span. You are not allowed to play more of those. I forbid it. Now, does he have a bigger dragon? Like, whatever that 4/4 with haste. The very typical thing that comes out. Okay, so you've got that. Oh, game's glitching. There we go. Now let's see. Castle Ember, you get a little extra oomph. Once. I'm gonna play Smothering Tithe for now. Because with the castle, it only becomes a 3/2. I can take a 3. I can take a 3. He's not paying. Oh shit. Okay, he's got 7 mana to work with. What's he gonna do? I've still got Doomscar, Settle the Records, and... Oh! Alright. Terror of the Peaks comes out. Now is a good time to Doomscar or Cleansing Nova. I'm going to Doomscar. Ooh, I can play Skyclave, but I'm not going to. In case he has something with haste that comes out. I can seal it away. I'm gonna pay. He's not paying. Glorybringer flying in haste. Alright, come on. Attack. I dare you. Come on, come on, come on. Ha ha ha. Take this! Alright, Ixalan's Binding, Skyclave. You know what? I'm just gonna wait. Because if he comes out with something else with flying and haste, it's not like... Okay, Settle the Wreckage would work. So yeah, I didn't want to spend any extra that I didn't need to. Blacks. Okay, that's going to get an Ixalan's Binding. When I get the opportunity. That's another one I don't want you playing more of. Sooner or later, I'm going to draw the land that lets me create humans. And yeah, the Spit Flames will be able to deal with some of them. But... And now he's paid to stop me from doing anything. Or stop me from getting a treasure. That's fine. We're just going to keep playing. Sending the snoozing token. Yeah, it's going to be boring for a while, bud. I don't have a good... winning strategy at the moment, especially with Spit Flames being able to do 4 damage to any of my creatures. Terror of the Peaks. Fine. Yeah, my Skyclaves don't work on that, so we're... yeah, I don't want his damage dealing ability to trigger, so we're going to Cleanse and Nova. You know what? At this point, I'm going to start baiting some of those Spit Flames. Now, if he has a Haster come out... Well, actually, you know what? I can't use Settle the Wreckage anyway. So we're gonna... You know what? No, I'm gonna keep those treasures for later. Yeah, okay. Ooh, he gave me a 4th one. I can use Settle the Wreckage now. I can use Settle the Wreckage. Let's see. You have 36 cards left in the deck. I've got 61. Yeah, the thing is the Skyclave Apparition doesn't work on a lot of... Oh, okay. There you go. Fair enough. Fair enough. I didn't get any of my life gain stuff going, so... Oh well. Did I get my task? I did get my task, though. There we go. I still need one more win. Alright, so just to get our last win, I'm going to come in and show you the historic Elves deck that I built. Elf decks are pretty straightforward. Usually a model of mono green, a lot of elves that power each other up. Now, what my Elf deck does differently is I've really emphasized card draw, and there's an artifact flavor to this deck, and a little bit of shapeshifters as well. So, obviously, you've got some Llanowar Elves and Allosaur Shepherds at the 1 cost. Elvish Clan Caller is a necessary thing at 2. Now, other things I have at 2 are the War Master and the Wildborn Preserver. War Master helps populate the field. It also really activates triggers for Marwyn the Nurturer and for Wildborn Preserver. And Wildborn Preserver is there for some reach, which is great because green doesn't normally deal with flying very well and just gives a great power up. Metallic Mimic is very interesting. If it's out and any other elf cards come out, as long as I've chosen elf beforehand, it puts a token on each elf as it comes out. A +1/+1 token. Which really helps me deal with, like, what is it? A Heartless Act. Let's see. At costs 3, we've got Marwyn the Nurturer again. Very typical elf deck. Elvish Archdruid, same thing. I've also got Realm Walker. which lets me look at the top card of the deck and play any elves from there. Also, so it's almost a faux card draw. It effectively has my hand being one bigger. And then also, because most of the elves are pretty cheap, you can get a lot of things snowballing from that. Icon of Ancestry just kind of helps with the power, and it helps me search for an elf if there isn't one in my hand or on the top of the deck. And I've never gone wrong with Icon of Ancestry yet while playing this deck. Beast Whisperer, slightly bigger elf, and also helps with card draw. And then what goes on above Beast Whisperer is just stuff that's mostly splashed in to try to complete the deck and give me little extra bonuses. So I've got 2 Vanquisher's Banner here, artifacts that not only power up my elves, but help me draw if I play an elf. So you can kind of see where the snowballing often comes in. Elder Gargoth is just good, and it has the reach, and has the extra effects. Lurking Predators, also an interesting thing, helps me get elves out quicker. Great Henge also gives tokens to any creature you play, also lets you draw, also gives you life. So there's a little bit of life gain in this deck through the Great Henge. And last but certainly not least is Creative Tooth Behemoth. This is usually the win con. It's not always the win con. Sometimes Allosaurus Shepherd is. But Creative Tooth Behemoth, if you've already got several elves out, and you play this guy, everything powers up, everything gets trampled, you usually overrun your opponent completely. And yeah, so that's a very basic elf deck. Let's go in, and let's go Historic Ranked with our elves. So yeah, we just want to get one more win today. We'll see how that goes. Interesting name. Ioli, how do you pronounce that? It looks more like a symbol than it does a name. This is not a good starting hand. That's a much better starting hand. And I'm actually going to get rid of a forest here, because I've got my Llanowar Elf Mana Dorks. Blossoming Sands. Okay, I'm not too worried about removal now, so I'm going to play Marwyn right up front. Paradise Druid, that's fine. We are going to play this. Wildborn Preserver. Oh, right, I already did this. Alright, so I can now buff up the Preserver by 4, I think? Yes. Now I've got a 6/6 with reach on the field already. Not much else though. If I draw another forest, my hand is Ooh, okay. Fights target oh no! Rude! That was rude. Ah, but I got Great Henge now at least. Life gain is available to me. But I'm leaving Wildborn Preserver as it is. And hoping they don't buff the Druid up too much more. Because this is going to get... Ooh, okay, you've got Enchantments. Enchantments matter Selesnya deck. Nice. I appreciate that. I've done that myself before. My turn. Okay. Icon of Ancestry. Looking for elves. Let's get that going. Let's get the War Master out. Because that helps the field go wide. Can't pay anything. No attacks yet. Oh, but the Clan Caller is coming. This is... Alright, assuming they don't mess up my field this turn, I could very well get a snowball effect running here. What are they gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do with the field, you? Sentinel's Eyes. Okay, makes sense. They're going wide. Can't do much right now, which is fine. Ooh, another Wildborn Preserver. This is going to be mean, guys. This is going to start getting very mean very quickly. Because now I can start buffing. I'm going to decline you for now. Because now, you, yes. Take action, buff you up by, let's say, 3. Decline for you. Draw. Awesome. I'm gonna decline because I'm gonna get a draw. Let's see what I draw. Another Elvish Clan Caller. Yes! Oh, this is nice. I don't have the whatever to use it. You're coming in. Now, next turn, I probably should end up being wide enough that I can just send everyone attacking and probably take them out. Unless they play several enchantments and they go wide with their little 1/1 soldier dorks. Which is certainly possible. Sentinel's Mark. You gain lifelink this turn. Nice. Oh shit! Okay. That thing's gonna get nasty soon. Which means I need to get nasty. Alright, we're gonna buff each of these up by 2 to start. Not worrying about that right now. Not worrying about that. Let me draw. Come on, let me... Oh, flip. Alright. Fine, be that way. Okay, so nothing... You know what, yeah, we're going to just activate this, try to get ready for next turn. Beast Whisperer. And just our big guns. We got all these 4/4s and 6/6s, so I can defend against the Paradise Druid. Actually, that is the one nice thing. That thing does not have trample right now, so as long as my Elvish War Masters are helping keep my field dense, I'm not too worried about that Druid, honestly. Realm Walker will be nice. Well, first, let's play the Beast Whisperer. Let's not power anyone up yet. Decline, decline. Because those are going to come in. Decline, decline. Yeah, yeah. Draw. Oh, and there we go. Yeah, my field is wide enough. I think that probably would have been a turn I could have attacked and just taken them all out. Because they didn't have lifelink anymore either, so that helped there. Alright. Well, there you go. I'm now at 4 wins for the day. I got my accomplishment done, and you've seen both of my decks in action. I think that the Taxes deck didn't really... Well, I got 3 wins on it. It didn't get to its full potential. Playing against that Red Dragon deck came close, though, until they just had the Electro Dominance, which was totally fair. But yeah, that's where we'll end today. I hope you enjoyed those 2 decks, and I will see you guys around. Bye!